Hello and welcome to 2025. I am Anita Pierce, drag queen extraordinaire, and I'm here, back. It's 2025. Let's get into it. Look how sensitive my skin is after shaving. It's just... I have such sensitive skin that literally doing anything to it is a nightmare. And shaving in particular is just my arch nemesis, particularly for any of my girls, gays and theys who have darker skin tone and more coarse hair. Regular shaving can be so damaging to your skin because of the coarseness of the hair, and particularly for black skin as well, you can end up getting ingrown hairs, keloid scarring, so it's best just to be incredibly careful about how you're treating your skin. I have various different methods of getting my skin hairless. I use two types of electric razor and a standard single blade razor as well. If you'd like more information about how I go about doing that, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to make a video specifically about that. My advice, if you're getting into drag, if you're doing stuff like this, particularly if you have sensitive skin or you're a darker skin tone, is just be really careful. Figure out ways of doing it that are less damaging to your skin. I've already gone in with some aloe vera gel. I used this Halika 99%. It's got natural ingredients and it really helps to calm down any irritation that I have. But I also use Cetraben as well. I'm quite eczema prone, and Cetraben, which is like an ointment, it's a cream and it's a lot thicker. That's the sort of thing that I would put on if, say, I was going out and I needed that redness to go down. The problem I find with Cetraben is it's very oily, but it's very difficult to apply makeup over the top. So if I'm ever using that, I have to put it on, leave it, then after about an hour, wash it off, and then go in with primer, etc. So for today's makeup, I have not used Cetraben. I am a fan of it though, especially for those of you that have sensitive skin, but I'm also always thinking of my my dark skin girlies, because Cetraben is a white cream and it is so thick, which is great. It's very medical, thick and ointmenty. It's definitely going to leave a white cast. It does on me, so if you are darker than me, you may want to, I don't know, maybe mix it in with a bit of a foundation or something, or just only apply it at night time. Yeah, this is my 2 cents. I have tried to do this makeup look twice now. This is the third time I've sat down to paint. While I put some base on, I'm going to tell you about it. As ever, I'm going in with the Milk Hydro Grip. So over the past few weeks, I have been designing some new makeup looks, buying some products, just getting myself ready for the new year. I have really been enjoying making these videos, and I really wanted to just get some new looks for you, get myself prepared. And so I bought these from Kryolan. This is the Aqua Interferenza. Aqua Interferenza. I bought 4 of them. Some of them are just aqua color and some of them are these Interferenza. These are basically water activated pigments. I understand they're a bit like the Paradise paints by Mayron, and I designed a gorgeous look for this. I really wanted some sort of silvery skin, sort of iridescent look. Let me tell you, I tried that and it did not work. If you're lucky and I'm feeling nice, I may even show you some of the footage so you can see what sort of terror I was dealing with. The first time I used this. I didn't use a base and I could not get a flawless finish. I just couldn't get an even base. So then I tried it with a white base underneath. Yet again, I could not get that aqua colour to just have the same consistency throughout. It was very patchy. So I gave up on that attempt. That was my second attempt. Then my third attempt, I tried it with my usual base underneath, which Revolution Conceal and Define in F10. Sometimes I use F9 as well. And even with a foundation base, it was just so patchy. It was patchy and I wasn't happy with it. And yeah, so what I decided was, let me just scrap it. There's something about, what am I getting? What am I getting? How am I overanalyzing this? I think my vibe for 2025 is going to be keep going. Even when you're exhausted, even when you're tired, even when you really cannot be bothered anymore, you just have to keep persevering. So, in that vein, we have a new look. I've re-evaluated what I'm doing. I am currently looking for a new concealer. I've been using the HMB airbrush concealer recently, but if you have any recommendations, I need something that's full coverage. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Now I haven't covered up my sideburns this time. Usually I would cover this portion here, but I'm wearing a blunt bob with a fringe, so to be honest, all of this will be covered. I am a big fan of Made by Mitchell, particularly these curve cases. I am obsessed with cream products. I just find them a lot easier to work with. If you can see, that's quite well used. I'm going to be going in with Blend and Snatch, which is just using some hydrating mist to bring out some moisture. I am available on all the other social media platforms, including Instagram, TikTok, and X. You can find me at Anita Piss. I hope that this video and my others are giving you an insight into what it is like to live creatively as an artist, to be a drag performer. So please do get in touch if you would like to suggest any content that you would like to see, or perhaps if you would like to commission a piece, a wig, a headpiece. Do get in touch so we can have a conversation about that too. I do test all of the products that I'm using in these videos on myself, so all of my feedback is from somebody who's used the products and actually believes in them or has a genuine critique. Okay, so I've done the top of my face and I've set that with translucent powder. Just going to wait for that to settle, and in the meantime I'm going to go in with my usual stamp and yeah, teach you how to do it. When I am mapping out my winged liner, I really struggle to get the angles identical, so I use microporous tape. Now this stuff is it's like, I think it's used in medicine to help stick dressings to your skin. It is sticky, but it's not too sticky. Like you can pull it off easily enough. I think that's the whole point of it. But I go for a fairly lowish wing. So as you can see, I look absolutely batshit crazy, but what you can see that I'm trying to do is match up the corner of my eye to the point where it meets the side of my nose. this sleek, pulled out, winged liner and eyeshadow look is something that I keep going back to. It's just a shape that really works with my eye and with my face structure. And actually, once you've found a particular style of eyeshadow shape, you can just use that again and again, but with different colours, different variations of colour matches. I am using the NYX Epic Wear. I really like this because I like the applicator, I like the consistency, it is waterproof. There's another type of NYX eyeliner, I think it's called Tattoo Liner, which a lot of people use, which is also very good, so yeah. Another trick that I use whilst I'm painting is to use isopropyl alcohol to clean my brushes. So I've got a tea towel here, I spray the end of the brush and then I brush it off. And the alcohol is basically the same ingredient that's used within the very popular makeup brush cleanser brand that I can't think of. I do have some of it somewhere. This, which is really good, it's called IsoClean Professional Brush Cleaner. But essentially all that's in this is alcohol. And that's what's cleaning your brush. It's also antibacterial. And I mean, this isn't hugely expensive, but it's not cheap. So I bought myself this thing off Amazon. This is 91% isopropyl alcohol. It does exactly the same thing and it's a lot cheaper, so give you that for nothing. It also means you don't have to do like one big batch of cleaning all your brushes, especially when you've got loads of them like this. But it means you can use it, clean them as you go along. Please people, please, I'm begging you, clean your brushes. I'm going to put one of my favourite sparkly things, Drip Drip Made by Mitchell. Can you tell I'm absolutely obsessed with Made by Mitchell, and I'm not even on the PR list, so you know, somebody put a word in for me. Okay, well it's taken me absolutely fucking ages to get this far. We're talking at least 2 hours, so I think I'm gonna get on the rest of this makeup. I know 2 hours sounds like a lot of time, and it is, but honestly I could probably spend all day doing my makeup. I love just sitting there and playing around with different colours, different styles, you know, maybe tweaking something to make a different part of my face look different. Yeah, it's a definite passion and labour of love, so I'm trying to keep in all the details of me applying the powders, etc., so that you can see how I go about doing my makeup, and then maybe you can take some tips from that. Okay, so we are coming towards the end now, and as you can see, I have baked everything and it's sort of taken the saturation away. So we're going to go back in with some bronzer. I'm using the Made by Mitchell bronze book. Love, love, love. Yes, I did pay full price for this, and it's now constantly on offer on TikTok, so yeah. I'm going in with the shade Honestly Warm. I love bronzer because it really helps me to warm up my face, especially after using powders, which can leave me a bit washed out. Just a little bit to start with, blending it in. So yeah, I usually do like a really thorough rundown of the year for myself, not for the internet, but and I make notes on it. I see if I've achieved the goals that I wanted. Something that's quite important to me and that I've done for many years is setting goals at the beginning of the year and then seeing at the end if you were able to achieve them. I'm also going to go in with coffee beans in the shade Coffee Beans, just to bring a bit of pinkness. Gorgeous. Watching this back as I edit, I realise how heavy-handed I am with blush, but I do love the colour and how it just sort of brings everything together. Having said that, I realise I have gone blush mad here. Okay, and then we are going in with lips, and then I think we'll be done. I'm trying to get a new lip liner today. This is It's Lasting Finish Lip Liner by Rimmel London in the shade Brownie Pie 790. I love a dark brown lip liner. It's not as good as this one, which is my go-to, which is Revolution in the shade, I don't know what that's called. It's got a T120A. This is the one that I use. It's a gorgeous dark brown and is so much smoother than most lip liners actually. So yeah, actually, I don't like that Rimmel one. I'm going in with Revolution. So Revolution are quite good for... Oh, look at that. So much better. So my tip for drag lips, particularly if you are less endowed in the lip department, start off by drawing your lips on your natural lip line. Just get the lip line on, like I've done, pretty more or less in the right place. Now, because we're doing drag, even somebody with larger lips may need to overline because, you know, we've done these big eyes. I want the lips to be in proportion. So I am now going to take them over. And I think that this side is probably about right. It's just slightly overlined. Not enough so that people will be able to see. I really hate it when you see drag queens and they've got like massive lips and you see their vermilion border, their actual lip line. It's like... I know that there's nothing they can do about it, but... So yeah, I've always been interested in makeup. I've been playing around with makeup and clothing, fashion and gender, you know, since I was a child. I had been aware of Drag Race probably since it started in season 1 or 2. These are my favourite lipsticks. I've said this many times before. NYX, Lingerie, XXL, and they are big lipsticks as well. So I was kind of aware of Drag Race for a long time. My experience of drag in the UK was, drag in the UK did not resemble, particularly 20 years ago, what it does today. There was very little variety in terms of the style of drag. It was just the very traditional drag, traditional UK drag. And it was just something that didn't speak to me. I think because it had such a restricted sort of... what the fuck is that? it had such a specific niche of what it was. But then when I started watching Drag Race, I realised that actually there was so much scope to what drag is, and that you can really find your own space within that. And of course, actually being able to see people of colour doing drag, which is not something that I ever saw growing up. There's definitely a conversation to be had there around why were there less openly black, gay, queer drag performers, and how has the world changed now to enable those people to be able to live those lives if that's what they want to. I guess a part of that story is me and what I'm doing, because I'm black and I'm mixed race, and I haven't always felt able to live that authentically. And that's not because my family didn't allow me to express myself. In fact, quite the opposite, they did. But a lot of these journeys are things that you have to go on and discover within yourself. Then they may be impacted by things that happen externally, the way that your family react to your sexuality or your queerness or whatever. Lovely, that looks delicious. Delicious and delightful. So it wasn't probably until season maybe 4 or 5 of Drag Race US that I really started to think, gosh, this is something that I'm really interested in, and I started buying myself wigs and makeup so that I could practice at home. And when was this? Probably whenever season 4 or 5 came out of Drag Race. And then when I was about 29, I had this sort of, I was getting close to 30. I was obviously having a bit of an anxiety attack, and I was really fed up actually of I'm very introverted, but I'm also quite shy at times, and I really wanted to push myself to be able to stand on a stage and perform in drag. And that is when I discovered the Gold Rush, which is a drag competition in London that's run by Taylor Trash. And that was really the beginning of my real drag journey. You can check them out on the Trash TV official YouTube channel. I will make sure that there is a link somewhere around here. The entirety of the season that I was on is up on YouTube if you'd like to watch it. You can also watch their web series through Fruit TV. I will make sure that there is links down below, etc, etc. But so if you're looking for sort of grassroots, really interesting, diverse and British drag, contemporary British drag, I would definitely say give them a look out. The season after I was in season 2. In season 3 there was Kyron Thrax. They have just won Drag Race UK season 6. And lots of the alumni from the Gold Rush have been on Drag Race. I do love a bit of this Sol Body Shimmering Dry Oil, just to keep me looking sun-kissed. Oh my god, it smells delicious. Absolutely delicious. This stuff is delightful. I can't remember how much I paid for this, but it was worth it. If you're interested, it looks like that in the bottle. Sol, hit your girl up. I am digging this. Oh, I've got it in warm gold. Girl, I don't know what the fuck is in this, but it smells like summer and deliciousness. Can you see that shimmer? Oh, this is that Primark gloss, which I think is incredible for like £1. That is the finished look. I love it, and my body at the top here is just giving. It's kind of cunt. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of giving prime cut cunt. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I think I'm down for it. And this is very much a typical Anita look. So yeah, let me know what you think. Are you digging it? I hope you've enjoyed this drag transformation. It's been wonderful chatting to you, and tune in next time for some more transformation, some more vlog, more get ready with me's. Yeah, it's been wonderful. Please, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a like using the little thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel by clicking on the bell, and that will mean that you are notified first as soon as I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you soon.